Welcome to day 11 of my water fast journey. Had a really good night, slept really good, but I have had like cold and flu-like symptoms for the last couple days, and that's totally normal. I actually spent about an hour and a half this morning going back through my research just to see if I was thinking, well, maybe because I had all that stress that happened to me. So I've been going through a lot this past week, and I was thinking, well, maybe these cold and flu-like symptoms, the tightness in my chest, I've been coughing up stuff, I've had congestion in my nose has been running. Maybe I actually caught the flu or caught a cold or something like that. But I went back through, and it's very common to have flu-like symptoms and cold-like symptoms because I'm not running a fever and my physical body feels great, actually. So that's the difference. I mean, I'm not hungry. I have a lot of energy today. I actually have more energy today on day 11 than I did on day 8 and 9 and 10. So that to me tells me that it is just my body releasing and getting rid of all that mucus and, expelling all those toxins from the body. All in all, besides these little symptoms of like cold and flu-like symptoms, which are very mild, and I'm coughing up stuff, which I'm actually really glad that I'm doing that. Everything is going great. Now, I came out to a little lake house retreat, and I'm really excited because it's giving me the time to really get away from all of the hustle and bustle of the city, breathe some clean air. It's raining this morning. It's just a beautiful morning. The air is fresh, and I've just been outside breathing the air. It's incredible, and I think I'm gonna stay here for the next couple days and just relax and do my updates from here. The last 2 days my body has just been like hypersensitive. It's almost like my smell is enhanced. My blurred vision is actually starting to slowly go away. It's almost like I can feel changes taking place within my body. It's a strange feeling. It's a lightness, but it's actually a very wonderful feeling. So I guess it's what we're supposed to feel like all the time. But understand what most people, it's almost like I have a connection or something to the universe, a higher connection to the universe. And in my meditation this morning, I was thinking about all the people out there that are suffering all day long, every day, from all the stress and the anxiety that they're going through and the problems and the addictions that they're going through. And I just felt I just felt their pain or something. It was a crazy experience, but we live in a world where all around us is toxic food, toxic air, toxic water, toxic emotions. And emotions are so powerful in the body. I know because as I went through these challenges, everything happens for a reason. I mean, there's obviously a reason why I went through so many challenges last week with all these emotional, changes. And I could feel it. I could literally feel how that affects my body and the negative effects it has on my body. And I've always known that stress, reduces the immune system by 50%, and negative emotions, that they've been linked to diseases for ages and ages and ages. And that's why when people do the liver and gallbladder cleanse, they release their emotions. Traditional Chinese medicine says that the seat of the emotions are in the liver. And that's why I've always been a proponent of multiple liver cleanses. I decided that I wasn't going to shave during the fast, so I actually have a little bit of whiskers coming out, and my nails are getting longer as well. Let's see if you can see that, because I'm not cutting my nails either. So that just means that, even though I'm not taking in any nutrients, any type of protein, anything like that, that my beard is growing and my nails are growing as well. And I'm getting questions about the refeeding or what to do whenever you break the fast. According to all of the research out there that's been done, the refeeding aspect of it is extremely important. The refeeding, because you're not really having any bowel movements. I've only had one bowel movement this whole time because your body is just focused. And I did clean my intestines out with oxy powder before I started. So what happens during the refeeding period is very important because your body is chewing up all this stuff and getting rid of it and all these dead cells. And your body wants to dump those into the digestive tract. So that's why when you start refeeding, that signals your body to start dumping all that stuff back into your digestive system. So that's why I'll start off just with a little bit. I'm going to start off with the probiotics and the enzymes and a little bit of watermelon and transition slowly. So what that's going to do is it's going to tell my body to go ahead and dump all of that stuff back into my digestive system so I can eliminate it properly. So I'm going to probably do a slow refeeding period for about half the length of the fast whenever I figure out how long I'm going to actually go. So anyway, I just wanted to give you guys that update for this morning. And I will check back in with you this afternoon for the afternoon update. And I hope you have a very peaceful and happy day. Hey everybody, this is my midday update. Seems like some of my congestion is disappearing a little bit. No fever, no signs of flu, no signs of cold except for the symptoms of a cold and flu, which is just kind of runny nose. It has decreased though throughout the day, so we'll see how that goes. And as far as energy levels, I mean, I can definitely tell. I was outside playing baseball with my kids for a little while, and you know, I can definitely tell that my body needs rest and to not push myself too far. But like I was talking about, when you become hypersensitive almost, and you know, you can just feel every single thing in your body. And people have been asking me how much water have I been drinking. I pretty much drink water all day long. I mean, I carry water with me all the time, and I can feel my mouth getting dry. And so, I mean, I would say probably, every 5 minutes I'm drinking, a couple sips of water, or drinking however much water I need. And that's another thing, listening to your body and paying attention. And water actually, I can literally feel the energy from the water going in, and it does curb my hunger, but I really have not had any hunger. Maybe once or twice a day or something like that, but it's more dealing with the, I don't want to say fatigue, but just lightness, I guess, is the best word for it. So all in all, I'm pushing on. I'm continually, making progress, and I can't really say there's any negative things to report on. I did want to read you guys a couple interesting stories, though, about fasting. And one of the fasting gurus, I think he was from the 1860 to 1920 or something like that. His name was Arnold Ehret, E-H-R-E-T. And he wrote the book, The Mucusless Diet, and wrote all kinds of things. And him and Herbert Shelton were kind of the fasting guys back in the day. And Herbert Shelton supervised over 40,000 water-only fasts in his life. But nobody believed Ehret back then that fasting was beneficial. So I'm going to read you some quotes from him. Ehret states, "Humans are the sickest animals on earth. No other animal has violated the laws of eating as much as humans. No other animal eats as wrongly as them." This was in I think this was like around 1915. And can you imagine what he would have said nowadays with all the processed foods? That was before microwaves and everything else. He proved that fasting was safe. He sealed himself in a glass cell by a notary public in the presence of 2 physicians. He stayed in the cell under observation 49 days and nights with nothing but water. And then he said, humans are dying from the labor to prepare food and the energy it takes to digest 10 times as much food as your body needs. So that's what's happening. Our body is not made to digest, all of these big, huge meals all the time. Now, the world record for fasting is held by Mr. AB, 382 days. In 1973, Mr. AB, a 27-year-old male, fasted for 382 days under the supervision of researchers from a Scotland university. This is the longest fast ever been recorded. This patient started at a weight of 456 pounds and finished at 180 pounds. He lost 278 pounds during the fast. Now, Mr. AB did consume water, but he also took vitamin supplements. He took yeast for the first 10 months. He took potassium supplements from day 93 to day 162, which was a short period of time, and sodium supplements from day 345 to 355. So researchers concluded this was a successful experiment as Mr. AB was able to maintain his weight under 196 pounds for at least 5 years after ending his fast. So that's some interesting stories I wanted to tell you guys. There's many stories in all the research that I've pulled up and all the lost documents and all the documented cases. But I'll have a lot of those in my book that's coming out on fasting. So that's my afternoon update. I will check in with you guys this evening. So since the afternoon report, not really too much to report on. I do, I go in waves. Sometimes I feel a burst of energy. Then my body tells me just to relax a little bit. So all in all, I've been feeling pretty good. My nose hasn't been running. I don't know. Usually that happens at night for some reason. I guess that's when I'm sleeping and the body's healing, and then I wake up in the morning usually is when I have the congestion and the sinus congestion. But throughout the day it was pretty good. I had a really nice sun gazing session this evening and got to watch the sun go down and actually stared directly into the sun for about 10 or 15 minutes. So that was a really good, energizing experience. So I do want to read another story for you. I thought this was very interesting. And this is Dr. Dimitri Karalis. He said, when I took my first water fast in 1972, I had the most amazing experience one night. I woke at midnight on the 17th day of my water fast, feeling buoyant and with a strong desire for running. I tried to reason for a while by ignoring this strange midnight longing and go back to sleep. Yet my love for it was so overpowering that I went running at 1 o'clock in the morning. After 4 hours of running, so this is a guy who has been fasting on water for 17 days, and he goes running at 1 o'clock in the morning for 4 hours. That's like running a marathon. After 4 hours of running, I lost all my gravity, and I felt as if I was weightless with a total lack of fatigue. So he basically felt like he was floating on air. All of nature took on a wonderful hue, and I felt so eager to greet every human being who passed me by. So basically, he just became this spiritual being, and he saw nature and all the colors resonating everywhere around him. I felt exceptionally happy, and my only wish was how to express and transmit this wonderful feeling that I was experiencing to others. I discovered at the same time that love and happiness, think about that, love and happiness. How many people do you know that are just experience love and happiness every single day? I can tell you very, 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 very few. So he said that I discovered that love and happiness is a product of perfect health, of harmoniously functioning body, mind, and soul. Nothing else can give it to us except a perfect functioning metabolism like in the healthy infant. Isn't that so true? I mean, an infant is just nothing but radiating love and happiness. So what he's saying is, when he purified his body, there was a merging of his mind, body, and soul. And for the first time, he felt that union of happiness and love, and just wanted to share it with everybody. It was almost like a merging of the mind, body, and soul. So that's a message and a little story for everybody tonight. I will check back in with you tomorrow.